Good morning. Welcome back in on The Point. Thank you for being part of Colatown, our city, our stories. Thanks to our friends from the Koger Center for joining us for the first half hour. And we're going to stay with some great event action and opportunity for people here in the Midlands area to enjoy. Ashley Cady Elsey is here with us, and we're going to talk about the Columbia Food and Wine. Miss Ashley, welcome to The Point.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having
doing?
me. Good. Really good.
Really glad you're here. You know, I like all the high energy people that Madison has booked for the show and helped get on the program and come in and brings positivity. And I try to be the biggest ambassador for our community as I can be, because I love Columbia. I love this city, and I love living here and working here and doing a radio show here. And so, Ashley, when it comes to bringing people on to help promote their events and things that we're doing here in the community, it's so cool to meet people that are giving back and contributing.
Well, thank you. And I so appreciate that and all that you do, because our region has so much going on, but we have to talk about it. And so I love, just connecting with like-minded people who want to celebrate all of the wonderful things that are happening in the greater Columbia region. So
let's talk about the Food and Wine Festival.
Yes,
tell me a little bit about it, where, when, how, all that stuff. And it will obviously make sure people know exactly, website and all that kind of stuff. We'll get to all that toward the end. But first, tell me a little bit about the festival itself.
Yes, so Columbia Food and Wine Festival is in its 9th year. It takes place every spring. This year it's April 22nd through 26th. So 5 days, there's 13 events, and we really just try to have a little bit for everyone. It is I think the biggest foodie weekend of the year. And at every event, there is collaboration amongst chefs in a way that you wouldn't get to experience throughout the rest of the year.
What does that mean?
So there's a bunch of different types of events. We have tasting style events, seated dinners, and classroom experiences. And if it's a seated dinner, for example, you might be at Hampton Street Vineyard, which is hosting the Collection Served. And Chef Wes Fulmer is pairing up with Chef Kevin Minnick, who's coming in from Chicago. And they are doing a 4-course meal that is inspired by 4 pieces of artwork in the Columbia Museum of Art's collection. And that was a really nice collaboration because the museum is celebrating their 75th anniversary.
Sure, absolutely.
And so Hampton Street Vineyard has that nice proximity to the museum, and so it just seemed like a really good fit. And that is something really special. It's a menu that you'll never get to experience again.
Right. It's created specifically for this event.
Yes. So that's the type of thoughtfulness and kind of unique experiences that we like to infuse into every event.
Let me ask you this, from the standpoint of this, I want to make sure everybody that's listening feels welcome. This is not some elitist type. When you use the term foodie, guess what? I am not a gourmet person.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm not. But do I like foods, and do I like to try new foods and new experiences? I love it.
Yeah.
So this is for everybody.
Truly. Another event that we have is called Bunaroo, and it's going to be at Finley Park. Obviously, we are super excited to be showcasing this amazing new park.
Sure. And do you know what, Ashley? I don't mean to interrupt you.
No.
Do you know that every single guest that's come on Colatown, for whatever various reasons, has found a reason and a way to work Finley Park and the new Finley Park into the discussion, because we are all so excited. We really are so excited about having Finley Park back as a venue and as a place to do things like Bunaroo and all. So I didn't mean to interrupt, but it's really... It warms my heart to hear that everybody is as excited about Finley Park as I am.
Well, it's a really huge deal. And just a small little personal story. I have family in the Beaufort area, and there's a couple down there that has a son that's similar age as my son. And they were like, oh, we can't wait to visit Columbia because we have this book about things to do in South Carolina, and we need to come see the fountain. And I was like, oh, you mean the Finley Park fountain? They were like, yeah, we have to come see it. So people are really, really excited from
so cool.
beyond the region. And so, yes, we are looking forward to celebrating at Bunaroo, which is going to be a gourmet take on the humble bun. So if you like hot dogs, you like bao buns, lobster rolls, sliders, so on and so forth, this would be the event for you. And it is our first event that is going to be geared towards dogs. So it's dog friendly.
That's great.
So bring your dog, enjoy some buns. We'll have a lot. So back to that collaboration, we'll have a lot of different restaurants participating, like Guy's Hot Dogs, Hall's, Sidecar Sam's, the Dragon Room, the Yard, so on and so forth, and live music by Marcus Gullen. So it's just a really fun experience. That event, all of our events are all inclusive, so all you can eat food and drink, and that particular event is priced at $55.
Right.
So it's we want to have, something for everyone.
Sure. And again, what I love about this is you mentioned we've got people who are coming in all the way from Chicago to collaborate, but you also mentioned a lot of locals that are coming together to collaborate outside of their own specific venues in something like Finley Park at Bonnaroo.
Yes.
So that's important. I think people need to realize that a lot of our restaurateurs and a lot of our folks that are running some of the names of restaurants you've driven by and heard and eaten at, they want to make sure that they're part of the community.
Yeah. And this is really special because chefs and service industry, they're all working the same hours, which are tough hours, long hours, and at night. And this is the one time of year that they get to kind of come out from behind their own kitchens and be right next to each other at Finley Park and creating something cool and different that they wouldn't normally get to do. And so there's this camaraderie of, hey man, how are you doing? Like, how are things going in your space? But that, you just don't normally get to have. So that is what makes Columbia Food and Wine special. Also, in that same vein, all of our guests are getting that FaceTime with the chefs and the owners and the people that are actually making that happen. Whereas, we want you to go back. The goal is that back to these restaurants throughout the rest of the year. And you're like, oh my gosh, there's Chef Alex from the Dragon Room. Right. I met him at Bonnaroo. And now I'm back trying
gives you
this
a connection.
Fabulous.
Yeah, gives you a reason to go to their, and that's their investment. That's why they're doing it, so they can put a face and a name together and let people say, hey, if you like what we're doing here, you really should come out to our specific place where you have all my specialties and all the things I've created. Yeah, I get all that. So, in terms of the festival itself. Again, this is a multi-venue, multi-day type event that's going to be taking place. And let's give the dates one more time.
Yes, April 22nd through 26th. So we start with our kickoff dinner on Wednesday, and that is going to go through 4 levels of the building that hosts Hendrix, Black Dog, and Dorsey Apostico. So that'll be a progressive seated dinner. Wow. And then Thursday, we have 3 events. We have the cocktail games, which is coming back. It's one of our only signature events. Every year the events change, and we want to incorporate new places, new chefs, new parts of the region. And so Cocktail Games is returning, but in a new way. We'll be at the brand new Gather Cola. Right. So we're excited about that. Also on Thursday we have the collection Served, which we've already talked about. And I'm forgetting our other event.
Have you been to Gather?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Wow. Another thing that we have just introduced here in the last year in Columbia, and that's just crushing it.
Yes.
I mean, I don't need to repeat myself over and over again about all the things that we have that people don't realize.
Blossomed so beautifully. Cool. And it is, I think we have this, everyone here, we still, this is, they set out for it to be a 20-year project. We get the chance to be part of the ground up and say, oh, I remember when this wasn't here. And I remember when Jenny's ice cream was announced. And I remember when Gather Cola opened. Right. So we, right now, everyone that's living here, we get the chance to be a part of this growth in Bull Street. And that's really cool.
So are you a self-professed foodie?
I mean, I love to eat, so yes, good food, good mood.
I love it.
I'm always hungry. So.
No, I mean, that's okay. What's fascinating about it to me is again, there's something for everybody. And that's the thing about a challenge, I would think, when you are first putting together a lineup for a food and wine festival.
Yes.
You want to be able to find something that appeals to as many people as possible.
Yes.
And you also want to bring in, as you guys are doing, you're bringing in unique opportunities, unique people, things that you won't get any other time. I love all that, but I just like the fact that you guys look and say, well, what can we do to make sure everybody get to see at the table.
Yeah, we really try to. We have a planning committee, and we also have a strategic growth committee, which is made up of chefs and hospitality professionals. And so that group is challenged every year to spread our footprint as wide as possible, because we don't want to just celebrate one part of the region.
Right.
We want to be inclusive. So we have events in Lexington County, and we have events downtown, and we have events in Uptown Columbia. We're doing Bites Around the Block this year, and that'll be like a food crawl, if you will.
Right.
So we really want to spread out and spread the love. This year we have a cheese
rave.
Yeah.
Curd Collective, as I read it on the website.
Collective, yes.
Yeah.
So that is a really unique and fun experience where we're going to go 9 until midnight.
And there's a little secrecy to this.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
In true rave fashion,
Right.
you will not be knowing. We did not announce the location.
The location's undisclosed.
Yes, for now.
Right. So ticket buyers right before the event, they'll get notified of where to go and be part of the rave.
Yes, and I can tell you it's
That's so fun.
It's not a venue you would normally be to, so I'm excited about that.
See, again, that's something that I don't know. You don't have to reinvent the wheel when you're doing this. And what I mean by that, Ashley, is you can take and look and say, all right, well, what are other cities doing that we want to say, well, that's a great idea. You can pick and choose. But to me, that's something that's never been done in Columbia before.
No,
this has never been done.
The cheese rave was an idea that came across from one of our planning team members, just from an idea that they saw on social media was happening in New York.
That's what I mean.
And we were like, yes, duh, we have to do that. Oh my gosh.
Right.
So,
and it's something that, again, we've never had before. So to me, I get a kick out of stuff like that. I think it's that to me is something that, to not even, there's a little mystery to it, and you'll find out. And if you've got the tickets, then you're one of the few that get to be part of the rave.
Yeah.
And how many people can say that they get a chance to be part of a cheese rave?
Cheese rave. I mean, who doesn't want to have a DJ pumping EDM and then having like little brie bites?
Right. It's fun.
I think it sounds fun.
It is going to be fun. Just so you know, we're talking with she is with us from the Columbia Food and Wine Festival, and we're talking about the events. That's a 5-day event, and it's going to be a little bit of something for everybody. We've been discussing it. Just so you know, colafoodandwine.com.
Yes.
I got that right?
Yes.
colafoodandwine.com is the website that you'll need to know if you want to find all the different events and all that there is to know. Hold tight. We'll do a break. We're going to come on back with more and tackle our second half. We've got Ashley with us till 10 o'clock. You're listening to Colatown on The Point. Good morning. Welcome back in our final segment already of Colatown. We are cruising along here on a Monday morning. Really glad to have you on board. In studio with me, Ashley Cady Elsey from the Columbia Food and Wine Festival. And we've been talking all about the festival and some of the highlights and some of the cool things that are going on. And you said this was the 9th year?
Yes.
Yeah, so over the course of 9 years, it takes time to build a reputation, because it's one thing to say we want people coming from all over the Midlands area to this, but we don't want just that. We want people coming from all over the Southeast.
Yes, absolutely. The festival has seen a tremendous growth in visitors from outside of the region. We average about 30% of people coming from outside of the city of Columbia, so that's huge.
That's tremendous. It really is. And I think you have to understand that doesn't happen overnight. That's because of the partnerships that you guys have built and the things that you have done to grow this thing, but also to get the word out. And look, in this community, in the foodie community, the reputation matters. I was going to ask you about this from the standpoint of this term that we're hearing a lot of over the last, 5, 6, 7 years, influencers. So you guys have people that'll come in here, and next thing you know, they'll be doing videos and putting them on social.
Yes.
And that, that's the whole world sees that.
Yeah. And I like to say everyone is an influencer to their friends and family. So we do work with social media creators and media and journalists to come in to the festival. We want them to experience Columbia during Columbia Food and Wine weekend.
Sure.
But we also want everybody who's attending our festival to share and post online and tag the festival, and we can reshare you, because the more the merrier. And truly, everyone, you post on Facebook, and if you have 50 friends on Facebook, that's 50 people
right.
that are saying, oh,
all being introduced to this.
That looks fabulous.
Yeah.
I have to go over to Columbia for the Food and Wine Festival.
Exactly. Again, that to me is why. I mean, that's why I brought it up, is because I want people to understand that if you're someone who takes pride in our community, we are all ambassadors for a festival like this.
Everyone has the voice and the
Right.
power to help us grow
Right.
and make this better, and to spotlight more of our restaurants. And it's all about lifting up local businesses, and it's also all about lifting up Columbia as a destination for great food.
Absolutely. And obviously great activities also, because you mentioned, like, for example, at Finley Park, people come here and they're going to be like, well, this is great for this festival, but also this park is just great.
Yes.
We can bring our kids here, blah, 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 blah. We could come to their concert series that they have here, all the different things that they have.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you get someone who's hooked on Finley Park. But while we were talking about influencers, and that's great, there's also some traditional that you guys have been chasing and successfully have attracted to our festival, and that's Travel and Leisure Magazine. And and you guys put some time in, and now it's paying off.
We are so excited. So just last week, so fresh off the press,
right,
Travel and Leisure just dropped their Columbia guide, and it features a bunch of restaurants and hotels and partners of the festival. It mentions the festival, of course.
Right.
And it even said, I wrote this down, Columbia, South Carolina is the Palmetto State's newest IT destination.
Right.
I mean,
hello.
Wow.
It's like the secret is out.
Yes.
What we've known and what we have worked so hard as a community to accomplish is not such a secret anymore. It's the word's getting out.
Yes. And we've been getting so much recognition. I mean, I like to say that Columbia has kind of been quietly thriving over the past several years. Our food scene and our districts and our attractions have just been building and building, and now people are starting to take notice, and that's something to celebrate and get excited about. I mean, we're getting multiple James Beard nominations. We have, of course, Lula Drake, our James Beard winner, who is a festival participant and has been for many years. City Limits, we're doing a special event with them this year called Smoke on the Water. He is a 2-time James Beard finalist.
Yeah.
So,
for folks that don't know what that is, tell us a little bit about what that means. The prestige.
It's a really huge deal. It's like the Oscars of food.
Right.
And so basically, there's two kind of big food awards. There's James Beard and there's Michelin, and now Columbia has recognition for both.
Right.
Because we also have 2 restaurants that are Michelin Guide recommendations, Motor Supply and Divino Rosso, also both participating in the festival. So this is really your chance to experience and celebrate what's happening for these local businesses.
Yeah, again, it's if you take pride in your community, these are things that have been worked for and are now we're seeing the fruits of the labor.
This is stuff like this, like Travel and Leisure, for example, is something that's been in the works for years. And it is not just Columbia Food and Wine Festival. It is Experience Columbia Sea and Discover South Carolina. And it's our the city and the county, and it's everybody coming together, and all of these restaurants and businesses that are participating and hosting and making this. I mean, it's everyone pulling in the same direction. And now we get to celebrate and be excited about what's happening. Yeah. But you're right. It doesn't happen overnight. So we like to say for the festival this year, discover the South's best kept culinary secret, because like you said, we've been kind of quietly thriving, and now is the chance for people to come out and experience what it's all about.
I like, as you talked about, the number of different, I mean, you're mentioning restaurant after restaurant after restaurant, and it seems like anyone that is part of the food and wine community wants to be too.
Yes, it's fun.
So the buy-in is really strong amongst restaurants here in the whole really the Columbia area, but the buy-in is that, oh well, they're doing it, yeah, we're doing it too, that kind of thing. Like
I said, it's fun with our chefs. They like to come together and work together, and they don't. They're friends. But they are working the same time, the same stuff, so they can't, often get out of their own kitchen and with another friend. So this is a fun chance for them to just be creative and kind of like geek out on chef things.
Ashley, what's a Tastemaker?
Tastemaker is a brand new program that we introduced this year, but I'm glad you asked, because this is a chance for people who are really involved, or they love the festival, they want to see it grow, and you want to go beyond just attending. You want to really be a supporter of the festival. And so we introduced Tastemakers as a chance for people to, one, get a couple of tickets and also get access to an invite-only ticket to our preview party, which is not open to the public.
Right.
And further that, support our mission and our mission to support and lift up, spotlight our local culinary community. And along with that, we are a nonprofit, and we also launched this year our hospitality scholarship.
Nice. So this is about really diving into this thing and getting far more involved.
Yes, and giving back, and kind of, like I said, being more than just that attendee, but that tastemaker, that supporter. And I'm really excited about Tastemakers, and I'm really excited about our hospitality scholarship.
Yeah, again, giving back in the community. Now, who's eligible for that scholarship? So
applications have actually closed now. We will be announcing at the festival preview party, but it is for this. In our first year, we wanted to work with the School of HRSM at USC, of which I am an alum. So that is a special full circle moment for me.
I bet.
And the goal is for rising juniors and seniors to have the chance that they will receive a scholarship. We'll have 2 winners, but they will also attend the festival this year and then serve on our strategic growth committee for the next festival cycle, so that they can be more involved in that festival planning experience and really get to know other business owners, and the hopes being that some doors open and they want to start their career here, because it's all about talent retention and getting people connected and understanding the opportunities that are in the region.
Sure. And again, I encourage people to go to the website, colafoodandwine.com, because look, there's tickets for every single one of these events. No one says that you have to go to every one of them.
Some tickets are sold out.
Yeah, really?
So
are they already?
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah, you can't wait last minute.
I was going to say, I'm not sad to hear that things are going that well.
Yeah.
That some of them are already sold out already. But the best way to do it is pick and choose.
Yes.
Because again, not everybody can afford to go out to all of these different events.
Yes.
It's not inexpensive to be able to go out every single night to do things. So pick one, 2, 3 that really fit your needs, and then go and be an influencer, as we're calling everybody. And again, doesn't mean you have to have 100,000 people that follow you. It just means you want to share it with people that you care about and say, hey, listen, I'm doing something that's really great. This festival's going on for a few more days,
Yes.
And you should participate in it. Go to tag it, whatever.
If we as locals aren't talking about all of the cool things that are happening, then why would anybody want to come and live here and visit here, start businesses here? So yes, totally.
If you enjoy it, and you will, by the way, if you go to this festival, if you go to the Columbia Food and Wine Festival, you're going to enjoy it. And so if you're going to enjoy it, you might as well tell other people about it, so that next year we can get it bigger and better and keep growing this thing.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, listen, I'm really glad you came out. I appreciate you you coming and explaining how this whole thing works. You don't want to give us a tease on the
secret
cheese,
location for the cheese rave?
Yeah, you don't want to give us a tease on that. Don't get yourself in trouble there, but wink,
it's
wink.
not a traditional venue.
Yeah, okay.
Not a traditional venue. Yeah.
Yeah. That one caught my eye because, again, you're looking down and you see a menu of different things, and then all of a sudden you see something. I never would have even considered doing something like that.
Right.
And that's, to me, the mystery of it, the newness of it. I'm like, see, that's what makes me feel like Columbia, kind of like what Travel and Leisure magazine said about us. We're not taking a backseat to anybody.
That's right.
I want to shout it from the top of the mountains.
Yes.
This is who we are.
And this is the best time to experience it. And we, like I said, so much forward momentum and so much that has come together in different moving parts. So
congratulations.
Thank you.
colafoodandwine.com. Ashley, thank you for coming in.
Thank you. We'll see you April 22nd through 26th.
There you go. This is Colatown on the Point. Have a great day.